Would love to be at the Daytona test, but with our alliance now with RCR, there'll be 5 teams down there that we can take notes, learn from, go out there and study everything they're doing. Our crew chief, Brian Burns, and all of our engineering staff will be there at the test, just learning about the cars, and ultimately it comes down to, by skipping the Daytona test, we're able to go do a couple more tests. At Nashville is going to be one of them, maybe a couple more right before the season starts. And as we all know, the schedule is based off of mostly mile-and-a-half racetracks and short tracks, so the stuff that we'll learn at that test will really carry us into Phoenix, Vegas, and those racetracks. So would love to be at Daytona, but we get enough testing there and enough time on the racetrack before the race ever starts that we'll be ready to go, and we're still going to go win the thing. So that's what it's all about.
All right, as an organization this year, we decided not to participate in the Daytona testing. One of the main reasons we did that, the rules package changes for 2014 don't apply to Daytona. Daytona is one of those places where you pretty much bring the same setup every year that you go. We felt like our resources could have been put in much better areas. Financially, we can go do a lot of other testing, other tracks that are really going to help us out for the year. You got a big organization such as RCR that we're connected to now. We actually get to go down there and watch them test. We're going to sit right there during their testing, look at the data, and anything they learn, we're going to be able to put that right on our car without having to have a risk of destroying our car in a big wreck when they're down there or anything like that. So looking at that, a lot of people spend the whole entire off-season working on Daytona, and lap 10, there's a huge wreck and all their money's wasted, and then you got the next 5 or 6 races that you really wish you would have focused on putting the whole season together. So us going to Nashville, it's going to serve 2 purposes. It's going to really help us get going for the next 4 or 5 races after Daytona, where it's really more important, where all the rules changes came into effect, and where everybody's going to be behind more. I'm trying to figure out, how to adapt to the rules changes. So we feel like that's going to help us a lot. Also, testing at Nashville, we're going to partner up and test with the 27 and the 31 and the 33 and all the RCR teams. So it's going to help us communicate with them a lot better, get on the same page, and really get going with this alliance. So we're all really excited about that. We're glad about what the owners have done, putting us in a position like this where we can really show people what we got.